My dear friends, money is not simply paper or coins, it is energy. It carries your thoughts, your beliefs, and your expectations. Most people chase it with fear in their hearts, or hold it with a sense of lack, believing it will never be enough. But I want to tell you a beautiful truth today. The energy you give to your money determines how it flows into your life. Instead of fear, you can invite abundance. Instead of holding money tightly with anxiety, you can hold it with gratitude and faith, transforming it into a magnet for more. Today, I will show you exactly how money is a mirror that reflects the beliefs you hold deep within yourself. Whatever you believe about money, whether it is easy to earn or hard to keep, shows up in your life as reality. If you believe money is scarce, it will always seem to slip through your fingers no matter how much you earn. If you believe that money is abundant and flows freely, you will begin to see opportunities and blessings appearing in unexpected ways. Many people struggle with money because they unconsciously hold negative beliefs about it. They may think money is the root of all problems, or that having too much will change them for the worse. These hidden thoughts create barriers that block the natural flow of abundance. They do not realize that the beliefs they carry are shaping their experiences. You cannot attract something you secretly resent or fear. Take a moment to think about how you feel when you hold money in your hand. Do you feel gratitude and joy, or do you immediately think it is not enough? That small reaction reveals your deeper belief. If you feel it is never enough, that belief will continue to echo through your life. But when you choose to see even a small amount as a blessing, you begin to change the energy around money. There was once a man who constantly said he could never get ahead financially. No matter how much he worked, unexpected expenses would appear, and he was always back where he started. One day, he decided to change his belief. Each time he received any amount of money, he held it with gratitude and affirmed that it would multiply. Slowly but surely, things began to shift. He was offered a better paying job, and he found new ways to save and invest. By changing his belief, he changed his experience. This is the power you hold within. Money does not define your worth, but it will respond to the way you think and feel about it. If you believe you are undeserving, or that it is wrong to have more than enough, you will unconsciously push opportunities away. But when you believe you are worthy of abundance, and that money is simply a tool to do good in your life and the lives of others, you will find doors opening where before there were walls. Every time you touch money, be aware of the thoughts running through your mind. Begin to replace doubt and fear with gratitude and trust. Choose to believe that money flows to you easily and supports your highest good. Over time, this belief becomes a reality, and you will see how the mirror of money reflects the love and faith you carry inside. When you shift your beliefs, you shift your entire financial life. Money is one of the clearest mirrors of the beliefs you hold within yourself. It reflects the thoughts, feelings, and attitudes you carry about abundance, worth, and possibility. If you believe money is difficult to earn, that belief will manifest as struggle. If you believe you are unworthy of financial ease, you will often find yourself in situations that reinforce that belief. On the other hand, if you see money as abundant, flowing, and supportive, life begins to respond with opportunities and blessings that match this inner conviction. Many people live unaware of the subconscious ideas they hold about money. They may think that wealth is only for a select few, or that wanting more is selfish. These hidden beliefs shape the reality they experience. You cannot attract what you secretly reject or fear. If you see money as something bad, you will unconsciously push it away. If you believe that financial abundance will create problems or make you less spiritual, you may notice it never seems to stay in your hands for long. The good news is that these beliefs can be changed, and when they shift, your financial life begins to shift with them. Consider how you feel when you hold a small amount of money. Do you feel gratitude and trust, or frustration because it seems too little? That emotion reveals the energy you send out into the world. When you bless even the smallest amount and see it as the beginning of more, you change the way money responds to you. There was once a woman who was always in debt. She worked hard but could never seem to get ahead. One day, she decided to change her belief about money. Instead of saying she could never catch up, she began to see herself as prosperous and capable. Each time she received money, even coins, she treated it as a blessing and visualized it multiplying. Over time, unexpected sources of income appeared, and she found ways to pay off her debts. What had changed was not her effort but her belief. Money does not have a mind of its own. it reflects your relationship with it. If you believe you are worthy of financial freedom and that money is simply a tool for good, you invite abundance into your life. This does not mean you ignore reality, but rather that you choose to view it through a lens of faith instead of fear. Begin now by observing the words you speak and the thoughts you think about money. Replace ideas of lack with thoughts of sufficiency. Choose to see money as an ally, something that supports your highest good and allows you to bless others. As your beliefs become rooted in gratitude and confidence, the mirror of money will show you a life filled with greater ease and prosperity. Gratitude is the force that turns even the smallest blessing into something far greater. When you are thankful for what you already have, you create an atmosphere of expansion around your life. Instead of focusing on what is missing, you acknowledge the good that is already present, and that simple act begins to draw more good to you. Gratitude shifts your energy from lack to abundance, and what you focus on always multiplies. Many people fall into the trap of thinking they will be grateful once they receive more, but this mindset keeps them waiting endlessly. Gratitude must come first. It is the key that opens the door to greater blessings. When you bless the money in your hand, no matter how small the amount may seem, you send a powerful message that you recognize and appreciate the flow of good in your life. This appreciation expands your capacity to receive more. Think of a person who plants seeds in a garden. If they only complain about how small the seeds are, they may never nurture them enough to grow. But if they water and care for those seeds with gratitude, they eventually enjoy a full harvest. Money, opportunities, and resources are like those seeds. They respond to the energy you give them. When you are thankful for what you already have, you nurture the flow of abundance until it multiplies. There was once a man who constantly complained about not earning enough. Each payday, he would express frustration and worry. Despite working hard, his situation never improved. One day, he decided to shift his focus. He began to give thanks for his income, even though it felt small. He would look at his paycheck and bless it, imagining it growing larger and stretching further. Over time, he noticed small financial blessings arriving unexpectedly. Soon after, he was offered a better job with a salary that doubled his income. Gratitude had shifted his energy, and life responded. Gratitude also changes the way you feel about yourself and your circumstances. When you are thankful, you rise above feelings of fear and insufficiency. You stop seeing the world as a place of competition and scarcity and start seeing it as a place of endless possibilities. This mental and emotional shift draws more opportunities your way because you are now aligned with the flow of abundance rather than resisting it. Begin practicing gratitude every day. Thank the money you already have. Thank the food on your table, the roof over your head, the air you breathe. Let your gratitude be genuine and consistent. Over time, you will notice how life begins to open up in ways you could not have imagined. Gratitude turns little into enough and enough into more. As you continue to give thanks, you will see how it expands every area of your life, bringing blessings that go far beyond what you could ever count. Money is like a river. It is meant to flow. When you hold it too tightly out of fear or scarcity, you disrupt its natural current. But when you allow it to circulate freely with a spirit of generosity and faith, it returns to you multiplied. Circulation is not about reckless spending. It is about releasing money with the belief that it will come back in greater measure. Many people are afraid to let money go. They hold on to it with a grip of fear, thinking that if they part with it, they will never have enough. This mindset creates stagnation. Just as a river that is blocked becomes stagnant and lifeless, money that is held too tightly loses its ability to multiply. When you give and release with intention, you open the way for the universe to send you more than you released. Think of the farmer who sows seeds. If he hoards all his seeds, afraid to plant them, he will have no harvest. But if he releases them into the soil, even though it means letting go, they will produce an abundance far greater than what he began with. Money follows the same principle. When you use it with trust and purpose, it multiplies. There was once a woman who had very little, but decided she would not let fear rule her life. Every week she set aside a small portion of her money to help others, even though it felt difficult at first. She did it with joy, believing that what she gave would return to her. Over time, she noticed doors opening for her unexpected gifts. Opportunities and blessings began flowing into her life. Her act of circulating money created room for multiplication. Circulation also carries a message to your subconscious mind that there is always more where that came from. It builds trust in the abundant nature of life. When you release money for a good purpose, you affirm that you live in a universe that supports you. This mindset dissolves fear and keeps the flow of abundance alive. This principle works not only with money but with all forms of energy. When you give kindness, it returns to you. When you share your talents, they grow. When you release love, it multiplies. The act of circulating energy is an act of faith, and faith always produces increased. Begin to see money as a tool, not a treasure to be locked away. Use it wisely, bless it as it goes out, and trust it to return. When you spend or give, do it with a spirit of gratitude and expectation rather than fear. Over time, you will see how the cycle of circulation leads to multiplication. Money will flow into your life more easily, and you will live with the joy of knowing that you are part of a greater rhythm of giving and receiving that never ends. The words you speak each day are powerful forces shaping your life, especially when it comes to your finances. Many people unknowingly curse their own prosperity by speaking words of fear, doubt, and lack. They say things like, "I will never get ahead," or "money is always a struggle." And without realizing it, they create the very circumstances they fear. Words are seeds planted in the soil of your life, and what you plant with your tongue will eventually grow into your reality. To transform your financial life, you must begin to speak life over it every single day. This is not about ignoring reality, but about changing the energy and belief you bring to it. When you wake up in the morning, affirm that you are supported, that abundance is flowing to you, and that opportunities are always finding their way into your hands. As you do this consistently, you train your mind to see possibilities instead of limitations. Consider how a gardener nurtures plants. They water them regularly, protect them from weeds, and ensure they receive enough sunlight. Your finances need the same kind of care through your words. If you speak words of worry and insufficiency, you choke the life out of your prosperity. But when you declare increase, gratitude, and success, you nourish your financial future and invite growth. There was once a man who constantly told everyone how hard his financial life was. No matter how many raises he received, it never felt like enough, and unexpected bills always seemed to appear. One day he decided to change his language. Instead of complaining, he began to declare that money was flowing to him in expected and unexpected ways. He spoke it in the morning, while paying bills, and even before going to sleep at night. Over time, opportunities came his way that significantly improved his situation. His change in words created a change in his reality. Speaking life over your finances is not a one-time event. It must become a daily habit. Every time you receive money, no matter how small, bless it with your words. When you pay bills, instead of feeling resentful, give thanks that you are able to meet your obligations and declare that more is on its way. This shift in language transforms how you feel and opens the door for increase. Your words hold creative power. Each day you can choose to plant seeds of lack or seeds of abundance. Make the conscious decision to declare that you are prosperous, that your needs are always met, and that financial blessings are continuously flowing into your life. As you do this faithfully, your outer world will begin to mirror the life-giving words you speak. You will see opportunities where once there were obstacles, and you will watch your finances grow as a result of the daily declarations you choose to make. My dear friends, from this day forward, hold your money and bless it. Don't see it as something scarce or hard to keep. See it as a living energy that multiplies when treated with gratitude, love, and faith. Each time you hold money in your hand, say, "I bless this money. It multiplies and returns to me multiplied. I am rich in every way, and abundance is my birthright." Believe these words, speak them daily, and watch as the doors of prosperity open in your life.